Since 2011, our next guest has been bringing the funny and weird antics to a television near you with the hit Showtime series, Shameless.
And it was just announced that the show will be coming back for a 6th season.
Yes.
Here with more on the show is actress Shanola Hampton. Welcome to Arise 360.
Thank you.
Yes, so exciting to have you here.
You have the best studio.
We love hearing
I've been to a lot of studios. This is like
It's pretty
amazing.
nice, right?
All of this right here.
Pretty cool.
It's working for you. It's working. Well, your show is working for us as well. For those living under a rock who aren't familiar, tell us more about Shameless and your character, Veronica.
Oh, Shameless is about an alcoholic father who's played by the SAG Award winner,
Yes.
Bill Macy.
Get it.
And he is completely dysfunctional. It's up to the eldest daughter, Emmy Rossum's character, to take care of these kids. I play Veronica Fisher, who's her best friend, the aunt, the crazy neighbor who's in love with her husband. They just had twins and things are going down. It's a lot of foolery.
And you, of course, have been on the show since season 1, from the very beginning. Tell us how you landed the role. Did you ever, at the beginning, expect it to be this kind of success?
Yeah, well, you never know what to expect, but I will say this. When we first got together, our very first week, when we were shooting the pilot, there was a synergy that was created with the cast and the crew. There was some sort of love, some sort of connection that I knew it was very special.
Yeah.
But it's a show called Shameless, so you never know how people are going to respond to certain things.
Yeah.
And so we didn't know it would be like this, but it just shows you that America's really crazy.
They're crazy for you all. They're loving it. Why do you think people are so drawn to the show?
Well, I think what we really do well, even though we are shameless, and even though you do see us doing these crazy acts and really on a hustle that most people wouldn't admit to being that kind of a hustler, we are very raw and real people, and this is how a lot of people are living. And where people may not make all of the decisions that we make, they can relate to sort of the struggle that these characters have. And there's so many people in our cast, so there's always one character, at least one character that you can relate to, or have an aunt like it, or an uncle like it, or a friend. There's someone to relate to, and I think we keep it real and raw, and I think people have responded to that.
It seems like you guys have a ball on the show, like on set, behind the scenes. Tell us what that vibe is like. Is it a lot of fun?
Yeah, no, we have the best time. It's real, and I've gone from my show to other sets, and I realize how special it is. We really love each other. We're really a crazy, dysfunctional family.
In reality as well.
Really, and you can really see, the real show is behind the scenes. If there was a camera rolling, it would be the best reality TV show, and people would fall over laughing because it's so funny. My partner on the show, Steve Howie, is the funniest man in Hollywood. He's also my best friend on the show. So it's just like, it's just been a crazy ride.
Yeah, and we've been loving it for the last 5 seasons. You're still in season 5 now. How do you hope your character will evolve for season 6?
Oh, that's a really good question, and it's interesting because this year, particularly for Veronica, it's been a complete evolution from where she began. They started off as this couple who were very sexual, very fun, sort of came in and added that comedic relief to wanting to have children and going on that journey to now having children. And you see now in this season, people are unhappy because it's a role reversal, that Veronica is not really taken to the kids, and Kev is really taking the paternal and maternal. And I love that I got to play her in a way where she was struggling with something, and they're struggling with something. So as far as season 6, I just let the writers do what they do. Because if I say something, it would inhibit what they want. And I like what they've done for me and where they've taken the character. So I'm just excited to see where she goes.
But are you ever worried, like, oh, what are they going to have me do this week? Like,
after having where your mother is sleeping with your husband to have your baby, like, what else could they do to me?
That's it. It doesn't get much crazier than that, really.
It really doesn't.
Now, in reality, you actually have your own baby, a 1-year-old baby. And has motherhood helped prepare you for motherhood on the show? And is there anything you can relate to because of what's happening in your real life?
Well, no. Veronica and I are very, very different. Her experiences with childbirth and even the pregnancy weren't good.
Yeah.
And she's really having a hard time now, where I've been married for almost 15 years. In March is our anniversary. We're just now introducing kids into that life, so it was the right timing, and it's really easy breezy living for us. She's just sort of come in and enhanced our life, and it hasn't been like, oh my goodness, crazy. And I don't do that whole crazy, psycho, frantic acting stuff anyway. I'm just
do you bring her on set with you?
Sometimes she will come and join me on the set, and I'll use her as my prop baby as I'm rehearsing the scenes, and then we bring in the acting babies. But it's not something that it's good to play someone opposite of how I'm feeling at home, and then go home and see my little girl and be like, oh, I love you so much.
Make sure to show that extra love,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
What's been the hardest part of balancing both motherhood and your successful career?
Luckily, I have the most amazing husband and the amazing partner. We're from the South, so we chose not to have any outside help. We chose to do it ourselves, because we grew up with just the aunts and the uncles and the grandparents. Those would be who stepped in, and it was very little, like the nanny stuff wasn't something that really existed for us down south. So we said we wanted to take this first year and really do it ourselves. And I think the hardest part is just making sure that I have a good balance with being a wife and a mom and working. And I think we found that. It's been really good.
Yeah.
It's been really good. It's been a great first year. Yeah. We just had a massive first birthday party for her.
Oh, you
I'm not crazy, but 22 people did fly into Los Angeles for a party.
Really?
What?
22?
What? It may have been a whole weekend.
What kind of party was this?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Friday. Friday at my house, I got a jumping cats on the cotton candy machine, and then Saturday I had the big party at the zoo, which I did all the crafts for. Oh, the giraffes were the backdrop. You should see the decorations that I did for this party, and I became a crafter. I'm not a crafter, but as soon as you become a mom, all of a sudden I'm a crafter. And then
you enjoyed this more than you thought.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well,
and then I took them all to Universal Studios.
Yeah,
17 kids I took to Universal Studios that Sunday.
It
was a wedding weekend. I mean, her birthday weekend. It was
you're a brave guy. I can't wait to see birthday number 2. You have to come back with pictures.
Oh, she's not getting that. Oh, no, that's it. We're done.
Okay. Oh, well.
16.
Right.
That's the biggest
16. There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on Shameless, which airs every Sunday night at 9 on Showtime.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. And we'll be right back with more Rise Entertainment 360.